die Initiative Sprint Together for Climate Protection und Human Rights gegründet, weil wir hier und jetzt etwas in der Welt verändern wollen.
Welcome to episode 4 of our podcast Human First. I'm Max from Sprint and I would like to welcome our special guest Zekria Farzad, the other Sprint members Sophie and Fabian, and of course our dear listeners. We hope that with this podcast we will enter into constructive exchange with you. Feel free to ask, comment or participate in future episodes. Today's topic will be peace and freedom through education. And Fabian is going to say a few words about it before we ask questions to our guest.
We believe that the key to peace and freedom is education. I would like to tell you a few words about the Afghan journalist Anisa Shahid, who grew up under Taliban rule, which curtailed jobs and education for women. For years, she has lived with the dream that one day she could go back to school. She has one of the most dangerous jobs in Afghanistan, not just as a journalist, but also as a woman. She has to be careful about the calls she receives and where she goes. She has lost a lot of friends and colleagues since the war began in 2001. But Anisa refused to give up. She attended Kabul University after the Taliban were ousted. She then joined Tolo News, Afghanistan's biggest and best-known media network. She was named Journalist of the Year by Afghanistan's Free Speech Hub, and Reporters Without Borders recognized her courageous reporting. Now she's worried that the hard work in the past 20 years by the media and the people of Afghanistan, whose greatest achievement has been the freedom of expression, will be lost. Her biggest dream is that she could travel to all the provinces of Afghanistan and report about the beauty, reconstruction, and development. Her wish to see a peaceful Afghanistan. Zekria, you are a journalist as well, and you founded schools in Afghanistan and Moria. Can you tell us something about the situation in Afghanistan right now?
Thank you very much. Nice and good question. As you know all, that now Taliban have the power in Afghanistan, unfortunately. I am saying unfortunately, but most of the people will say that why? Because now is a little bit secure and the power is under the control of one group of the people, not all the ethnicity and all the groups of different politicians and different politic groups. But unfortunately, the Taliban are a very radical and fundamental group of Islamic fundamental group, unfortunately, that, as you know, in 20 years that there were the coalition force or Americans at the top. Unfortunately, the Taliban killed more than 10,000 people, innocent and civil people, and more than 10,000 soldiers of Afghanistan in the different area of, from defense ministry, from the interior police, interior ministry of police, and also from the intelligence of Afghanistan. They killed the very good and educated young generations that they have the capacity to do something for our country. They killed they killed more than thousands of students. They killed more than thousands women and poor and young and old people. Unfortunately, in a agreement with Americans. They came and now they're controlling Afghanistan, but day by day, their face will more clear that they're against the education. They're against 100%. They're against women. Unfortunately, against their activity. The women can't work under the control of Taliban. The girls cannot go to schools, and still their schools are closed with lots of warnings, and with lots of campaigns, and with lots of lots of strikes of the people. Unfortunately, still they didn't open the schools, and they said that the school must not be according to the Western system. The schools must have a Islamic rules for the girls, and they must put their face like different issues that they are talking about. Unfortunately, still our girls, our children cannot go to school. And at the same time, most of our teachers, most of our professors, most of our talented young people, they left Afghanistan during these 9 or 10 months that Taliban are in Afghanistan. And there's no good teachers anymore. There's no good professor in the universities, and all these are, and even there is not a calm situation that people can send their daughters to the schools. Even if the schools will open, they are thinking about their daughters, and because the Taliban mostly, there are lots of reports that they take 4 wives, 3 wives, and they are taking nowadays forcibly. They are taking the young girls forcibly from their families, and they are doing their 3rd and 4th weddings. Unfortunately, now just a few minutes before, I read a news that more than 300 of the top members of Taliban has gone to the Hajj pilgrimage ceremony. And all these, it shows that they are not thinking about our people. They are not thinking about the future of our country and people. And there is no freedom of speech. There is no security mentally. There is no security. Still, we have different fighting. There is another group that there are 3 or 5 groups of different people. They are fighting against them on the top of the mountains, and they are coming and they are killing Talibans. And after that, the Taliban are going and they are pushing and they are disturbing the people of the local people, the innocent people, because why the other groups are trying to kill Taliban, and the Taliban are going into that villages, and they are punishing and they are killing people, innocent people. And they said that from your village there is a ambush for us, or there is some firing from your village. We're gonna take all the men of the village. And mentally there is no security. And also the other problem that Taliban has got, it is because they are mostly from one tribe, from one ethnicity, but the other ethnicity, they also ask their rights that we must be include this government and we must be there to do something for our country. But unfortunately, Taliban just accept and just doing they putting, or they hired the top member of the Taliban at the top, and still we don't know the leader of the Taliban. As an Afghan journalist, still I don't know that who is Ebatullah Akhand, that they says that they is our leader, or they called Amirul Mominin. It means that the leader of the very good Muslim people. But still we don't know that who is he? Is he alive, or is he there or not? There were a big meeting last week from all around Afghanistan and Pakistan, Taliban in Kabul, and they said that the leader of Taliban, Ebatullah Akhund, came to the stage, and they were clapping on, and we thought that we will see their face, his face now, but on that big ceremony of Taliban, he didn't show his face as well. It means that Afghanistan has got a leader that the people of Afghanistan don't know that who is their leader, and it is like everything is a problem. There are many problems, unfortunately, and Afghanistan, according to my opinion, and Afghanistan is going again like 20 years before that. From Afghanistan, all the terrorist group are coming because it is a safe home for them. That Daesh, ISIS, different fundamentalist group from different countries of this region, like Saudi, like different Arabic countries, like Pakistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. There are many fundamental thought groups that they are coming, and this is a safe home now for them, and they have lots of money also, because Arabic countries are the richest countries after Western countries, and they have every possibility. And it is not good not just for Afghanistan people. It's not good for all the world, unfortunately, because the world must control these groups in Taliban. Otherwise, like before, they will become ready to attack Western countries. Like before that, we know that 11 September, that 9/11 September, that in the 9th September, they killed Ahmad Shah Massoud. And after 2 days of killing of Ahmad Shah Massoud, they start attacking to the New York towers, that more than 1,000 people has killed. And it was a big issue that Americans and all Western countries became ready to attack against Taliban, and they destroyed the Taliban. Actually, we know that most of these politic games, unfortunately, it kills innocent people. These wars in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Tunis, in Iraq, and without any clear reason, they are attacking on the different countries. And now, as you know, in Ukraine, there are all there is lots of human crisis in these wars. Unfortunately, in Afghanistan, as a journalist, finally, I am very worried about our innocent people. I'm worried about the future of our people. I'm worried about the people that they don't have 3 times food for eating. There is no job, there is no system, there is no bank. There's like a very old and very far village from all around the world in a part of the world, and there is no humanity, and there is no value for humanity, unfortunately. All these problems and difficulties together, unfortunately, I am not sure, and I am just we are keeping praying for them, because we can't do anything for those people, because the world now leave Afghanistan alone, and the world are I don't know the politic games of the world. Unfortunately, Afghanistan is alone, and our killers are on the top of our country, and it is something that we are so worried about everything in Afghanistan. And this is the situation of Afghanistan. That some people are saying like that, oh, Afghanistan is safe now, and there is no many suicide attacks, there is no war anymore. But yes, there is less than before the suicide attacks. There are less than before the war. Just we have in the northern part of Afghanistan, we have some fighting that the other groups of the fighters, that they're fighting for the freedom. They don't have any possibilities to fight, because they don't have any supports from any other countries. Unfortunately, Russia, China, all our neighbors are directly or indirectly with Taliban, and even the Western countries, Americans, are directly or indirectly, they are supporting Taliban. And I am sorry for this world and these kind of thoughts of the world, that why they are putting 14 million people under a control of terrorist groups. It's a shame for the world. It's a shame for the Western country at the top, America, because they played a bad game in Afghanistan. And once the America left Afghanistan, as you know, the Russia start targeting Ukraine. If the American will be there, Russia will not start fighting and making another human crisis, another war in this world, in Europe. And it is a shame for the politicians. And we are, as a human being, most of us, that we are thinking about humanity, we are thinking about people, we are thinking about the people that they are in need. We must be take a decision that we must do something for the people. As you know, that there are many other humanitarian groups of people that still they are supporting innocent people. Still they are supporting the people that they are in need. But it is not enough, because 1 million people of Afghanistan, maybe they will be a little bit better to find something to eat, or to have a little better life under the control of Taliban. And most of them will be Taliban. But 39 million people are the poorest people of the world. They need healthcare. They need good food. They need future for their children. They need anything that you think as a human. And this is Afghanistan life, and this is Afghanistan situation. Thank you very much.
In an exclusive interview, Nobel Prize laureate Malala Yousafzai has told the BBC that countries need to open their borders to Afghan refugees, following the fall of the country's government to the Taliban. The Pakistani activist was shot in the head by Taliban gunmen in 2012 because she campaigned for girls' education. She says that the world needs to act. People are escaping, trying to find a way to keep themselves safe. You realize that this is actually an urgent humanitarian crisis right now. We are living in a world where we are talking about advancements, about equality. We cannot see a country going decades and centuries back. We have to take some bold stances for the protection of women and girls, for peace and stability in the region. Here in Europe, we have long fought for freedom, equality, and other human rights. And we also promised to help other people in this fight. We from Sprent do feel responsible for the girls and women in Afghanistan and for all Afghan people who are fighting for freedom, education for all, and human rights. Zekria, you founded Wave of Hope for the Future. Could you please tell us more about your ideas, how we could help Afghan and other refugees?
Thank you very much, Sophie. Actually, I have lots of ideas, but mostly maybe it will not acceptable for others to be together to support the girls in Afghanistan and especially in the education sector. But I think if we want to do something for Afghanistan and we want to do something for the education, and you know that when you don't have something to eat, how can you continue your education? And we must find a solution for the people that we can have some fundraising or some receive donations from the people that they are in Germany and all around the world, that they have something to eat, but they're at the other part of the world, the people, they don't have something for eat. And together we can collect all these supports and financial support to make a plan for that and to make a group of people inside Afghanistan that we can distribute food for them. Yes, there are many big organizations like World Food that they are going through the different villages, but the people that they don't have connection, they don't have possibility to go there because they don't have the transport expenses, or maybe there are many other problems that people even they can't go to take something from someone that they are donating. And mostly nowadays, as I know, the Taliban introducing people to the humanitarian aids that they will receive these donations, these funds, that it must go for the poor people, for those people that they are really in need. But Taliban are expending all these funds for their own families or for their own daily life. Even the Taliban are asking food from the poor people because they don't have anything. Sometimes my brother told me that the Taliban came to our house door to door and asking for money a little bit that they can buy fuel for their vehicles. Look at it is a big problem, and when we can support some people that they find some things to eat, after that we can do something for their education. But according to our group, if our friends that they are in our group together, if they do something or they plan something, yes, I have lots of connection in Afghanistan that we can together support many people. With small donations, we can do big jobs there for the people. At the moment, these two options are the priority of supporting and helping people in Afghanistan. Girls that they can't go to school, and the people that they don't have food for eating. These two options are the first options that we can support, and we can start as soon as possible. If it's possible, as soon as possible, we can find a solution to do these two options. And after that, there are many options that we can grow our teams, and we can expand our activities, and we can think about different plans and different options, that what will be the next options that we can do something for the people.
Do you also have an idea how we could support the people who already went out of the land, which are in the refugee camps now, for example?
Yeah, as you know, that Wave of Hope for the Future still have got lots of activity. Still, we have different activity for the children, for education, without receiving much support, without receiving much donations, because until that the Ukraine war and the Ukraine crisis began in this world, all the focus and all the energy of all those people that they're thinking about humanity, they went to Ukraine, and they are thinking about those people. But unfortunately, we don't have the possibility to have good financial support to have different activities for the people in Greece. But still, we have activity. And millions of people they are out of Afghanistan now. As I read a news, more than 500,000 people are now living in Pakistan. They came out and waiting for different plans that they are for evacuating them. Some of the people they are waiting for evacuating to Europe and American countries, and some other people that they don't have these possibilities. They don't have connection with the Western countries. They went to Pakistan and worked there very hard to survive. And also in Iran, more than 500,000 people are staying in Iran, and daily the refugees are coming to Europe side, to Turkey, and the government of Turkey, they deported them back to Afghanistan. And it is a big human crisis in the world for Afghanistan people, that it is our responsibility that we can do something. We must start as soon as possible the small steps of our activity to do something for the people. But I think our group cannot do everything outside in Afghanistan and outside Afghanistan. Just if we do two options that I told before in Afghanistan, and also supporting Wave of Hope for the Future, that at least we can support those refugees that they are stuck in Greece because of different problems and different difficulties that they have, and still they need us, still they want support.
Can you describe the project that your Wave of Hope are doing right now?
Yeah, thank you very much, Max. Yeah, still we have 4 schools for the children in Nia Kawala refugee camp and Malakasa refugee camp and another camp in Aten. And still we have a small school in the premise of the One Happy family in Lesbos. And also we have an art laboratory that we have more than thousands of tableau and artistic staffs from the refugee there. And it's a open, daily open exhibition for all the people that they are visiting Lesbos. Still we have activity. And now we started a new project in Aten and under the inside the premise of One Happy family, and we already take a place for our activity, and as soon as possible we're gonna start our activity in inside the premise of the One Happy family as well. But we are struggling for donations. We are struggling for supports because it's about more than 3 months that we didn't pay salaries of our teachers. Just we can buy some materials and equipments that we need daily for our activities. But without supporting of our teachers and our volunteers, it is difficult to continue the activities. But now we need support as much as before, because if we can't do something now, maybe we can't continue all these activities. Maybe we close some of our schools, or maybe we close the activity of art project that we have in Lesbos or something, or others. I don't know. But if we have enough donations that we can continue these activities, it will be the best way that we will have all these activities in Greece. Unfortunately, I'm working hard here to establish or register Wave of Hope in Swiss. And I found in these days, in this last week, I found some friends in Swiss that we are starting as soon as possible our activities in Swiss, and we are going door to door for asking donations from Swiss people. And we already have 5 members that we are doing some documentations and these stuffs to start as soon as possible to find donations, or to connect Wave of Hope for the future with different organizations that they are active in Swiss to receive funds from them. And maybe you guys can do that in Germany, or you can find some possibilities that because there is also much possibilities in Germany. If you can work art a little bit, I'm sure that together we can do something for Wave of Hope. These are all our reports and all our activity that we have with difficulties.
So this brings us to the end of the 4th episode. Thank you so much, dear Zekria, for highly interesting ideas and your great inspiring humanitarian work. Thanks also to you, Fabian and Sophie, and to our dear listeners. We will continue this discussion and we are looking forward to your comments. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Muzzle, das Glück soll auch Ihnen scheinen. Es soll auch an Ihre Türe klopfen und Ihr Leben soll nicht ohne Hoffnung vergehen.